Anybody out there? Anybody home? Wait, I'm home. Hey, Jolie. I'm just popping on here real quick. I guess before Hal comes on at 4, right? And let's see. What's going on here? Just thought I'd say hi. It's been a while. And you guys get to watch me eat again, just like old times. I haven't really eaten all day, so I had to go get something to eat. I went over to Taco Bell, and on the menu they had this thing called the jalapeno Mexican pizza or something like that. So I got the combo. Got lots of napkins apparently. And that's what I'm gonna have for breakfast and lunch. So anyhow, thanks everybody for popping in. I see we got some people in here. And Jackie's here. Hi Jackie, hi Jolie. Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit the like button, the share button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. So look at this. This is a jalapeno Mexican pizza. Very messy, but tasty. Here I am in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a little bit windy out there. But sunny skies. We did have some rain yesterday. Had some thunderstorms roll through. But today, it's just windy and about 85 degrees, I guess. So, temperatures are cooling. We're getting into some cooler weather. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been on here. Let me just say, everything's okay. It's just my life since I quit truck driving. Maybe permanently, maybe not permanently. I don't know. Who knows? I still have an active CDL. So, and it's good for like 4 more years. So who knows? I might get into a truck at some point. But since I've stopped driving, you see, I got this is my one of my holy shirts. This is from truck driving when I have the seatbelt. I got about 4 or 5 of these pretty good condition shirts, except for the god darn hole from the seatbelt. Anyhow, I'm going off on a tangent. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about driving and since I become this homebody, basically, my life has changed dramatically as far as schedule. Like when I was in the truck, it was kind of easy to do a live stream. Actually, as far as time-wise, schedule-wise. Because I was just in the truck, and I would just get up, and I would go. I was usually at a truck stop, and I would just go get some biscuit breakfast thing and a coffee, and I would come back, and I would turn the thing on, and I would do the live stream from the inside my truck, and it was, and I had to get up, and I had the schedule where I would sleep at night, and I would get up in the morning and do the thing. Now, I'm doing Uber, and I do it in the evenings, and I don't go real late. I usually go till 12:30, 1, maybe 1:30, and then a lot of times I'll go charge the car afterwards. And so I might not get into the apartment here until 2:30. And then I don't go right to bed. I like to watch TV. I got HBO. Last night I watched Pulp Fiction for like the 500th time, because I cannot pass up Pulp Fiction. I love Pulp Fiction. It's probably my favorite movie of all time, I guess. I know every time I see it, I can't not watch it, And it was on HBO, and I just watched it the other day, a few days ago, and then it was on again. I watched it. I just can't not watch that movie. So anyhow, so by the time I get to bed, a lot of times it's like 4 o'clock, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning, because I've been watching HBO or whatever, or South Park and shit like that, whatever. So that's why I haven't been doing live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. because I'm asleep. I'm conked out, And then a lot of times I'll wake up. It might be like noon, or it might be. One day I woke up at 2:30 in the afternoon. I was like, wow. So, and then I don't want to live stream, during house show or I've got things to do, Is Wes here? How come I don't see Wes in my chat? I think it froze up. Hopefully I'm not buffering. If I'm buffering, just know this is a really shitty internet location. So there might be a lot of buffering. So far I don't see Wes. Maybe I gotta go over here to the Wi-Fi. Sorry, that's basically it. About wondering, I'm not really up at 9 o'clock in the morning anymore. Or if I am, I'm still like, half asleep. So, So that's basically why I haven't been really live streaming a lot, because of that. Okay, so let's catch up. We got some catching up to do. This has been a long time since I've been on. Hey, there's Wes. I was going to tell John about my Tesla experience. Oh, okay. That'd be interesting. I'd like to hear that. But let's get caught up. So earlier in the month of September, Wes said he test drove a 22 S Plaid. Wow, nice. It's a pretty nice new one. I mean, it's not new, but only a year old. The prices on the new ones are dropping, by the way. But earlier in the month, I got a strike, and I was not able to do any live streams for 1 week. I couldn't post anything. I couldn't post any videos. I couldn't I couldn't do any live streams. And I don't know if you guys remember, but or if you saw it, I posted a short. It was only 15 seconds long, probably. of this dash cam footage that I had when I had a passenger, when I was Ubering, and Jolie says, Ken says hi everyone, and he is doing well but can't participate in chat, charger problems. Alrighty, my best to Ken. Hope things are going well with his treatments. Always hoping the best for Ken. But okay, so I got that strike with that short. It was we were in this traffic jam, stopped at a light, and there was a big traffic jam. All of a sudden, the car in front of me, this young lady gets out wearing basically the stringiest of string bikinis you've ever seen. She almost looked naked, but she was wearing a bikini. And she gets out and she starts just doing this dance type of thing, almost like a stripper dance, I guess, or whatever. And I thought it was really funny. My passenger thought it was funny. We're laughing. I think everyone around that was watching it, thought it was kind of funny and kind of cute or whatever. And then she does that for much longer than what that short video I had, the short that I did. In fact, I had more footage of it, and I was going to do a long version of it, and do a long, like a 30-second one or something. And here's what I get for doing, for trying to engage in clickbait. Okay, it kind of came back to bite me in the butt, because I wrote for the title of that short. I think I wrote "Naked Lady Dances in the Street." Because I'm thinking naked lady, that's going to draw eyes to the thing, And then it got flagged because it was on there for a week or whatever. I don't know how long it was. For a while, it got some views, and then all of a sudden it was taken down, and I got the strike. And I appealed. You have there was like a little appeal process where you can appeal it, and you can write your explanation. And I just wrote, hey, look, she really wasn't naked. She was wearing a bikini. I mistitled it. I probably should just said, bikini clad woman dances in the street or something. And of course, and then YouTube just says, no, sorry, this goes against our community guidelines. So the strike still, is in place, and you're still going to be, blocked from posting for a week. So I'm like, okay, whatever, there's not much you can do after that. So there was that. So for about the first week of this month, I was, I had that strike, and I wasn't able to post anything anyhow. And then after that, I was busy doing things. I was busy. I was out trying to buy a car. I've been looking at other apartments. My daughter's birthday, I went down to Southern California to celebrate her birthday. All that kind of stuff. So I've just been busy. But I do miss doing live streams. So I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things. They might not be 9 a.m. like they used to be. It might be in the afternoons. You know, I'll always try to. I'm not going to conflict with House Sparks because that was sort of like the genesis of this live stream was to sort of fill in for House Sparks on those Tuesday and Thursday mornings when he doesn't do the show. So, but I'll have to try to fit it in sometime, and when I do these. But it might be more of an afternoon type of format. Now, let's get on to the subject of the Toyota Prius that I bought. Let's go with quotation marks. Let's pretend like there's two quotation marks. Okay. Now, those of you who watched the videos earlier, I did post videos of me buying the Prius. Or it wasn't. I don't think I ever went live, right? I posted a video. I was out looking for cars, and what's this? Gabe Sanchez is doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 1 p.m. I really don't give a fuck about Gabe Sanchez. But okay, so I went to this used car dealership. I'd been looking for Priuses or Teslas, for that matter. But the thing that I had, my first choice was to get a new Prius. If I couldn't get that, I was going to get a used Tesla. I said Tesla. I meant Tesla. My first choice was to get a Tesla, new Tesla. If that didn't work out, my second option or whatever was to try to get a used Tesla. If that didn't work out, then my third option would be to get a Prius. And probably used. So I found these used Priuses around here. And I actually narrowed it down to two that I found at two different dealerships here in Las Vegas. They were both 2021s. One had about 36,000 miles on it, and they wanted like 26,000 for it. The other one only had just under 17,000 miles, and they only wanted 23,000. I test drove both of them, and I thought the one that I ended up getting, I liked better. I thought it drove better. I know it just sounded better, and it was just cheaper. So we worked the deal. We go in there. You know how you do. You give them all your credit information or whatever, your payment information, or your credit history, your employment history, all that stuff. And so they're like, yeah. You're approved, And I signed all the contracts, and they said the car was mine. I mean, of course, I have to pay for it, but but the financing went through. Apparently, and so they gave me the keys. They made me buy insurance for it before they would let me drive it off the lot, which I did. I bought insurance, and I took it home. I started driving it for Uber. I did that. I took it down to my daughter's birthday in Southern California, driving it all around. When I get back from that weekend, my daughter's birthday, I've got these phone messages and stuff coming in from the dealership saying, you need to call us. So I called them, and then they're like, yeah, you got to bring the car back because the bank decided they weren't going to finance it. They're going to cancel the contract because, well, at first he said it was because I said that I was an Uber driver. And then I told the guy, I go, no. Because a couple days after they, gave me the keys and I signed the contracts and they said everything was good, then there's a welcome call from the finance company that you have to do. And they basically ask you all the same questions that you already went through with the dealership. And I went through the whole thing with them. And I specifically recall, because I knew that Uber income was kind of a hassle with me getting the insurance. I had to go for like 4 or 5 different insurance companies before I could get when they would insure me for doing Uber. And I didn't want to lie about it because they're like, this is a recorded call, and if you lie, when something happens where you have to file a claim, then they'll have that on a recording, right? So, but when I did the welcome call, the guy from the bank, he asked me what my occupation was, and I said, I just said driver. I didn't say Uber driver. I just said driver. Because I gotta say something. What am I gonna say? I can't just make up shit. Because they already had all of my payment statements, my pay statements, pay stubs, whatever you call it, for the last 2 months that they wanted. And, right on there, on those pay statements, it says Uber. So, there's no getting around it. And CDL, commercial driver's license for truck drivers. That's what truck drivers have. Yes, of course, I have that. Wes's cracked front windshield, ding on fenders, still went $87,000 for that as planned. I think you can get a brand new Model S. I think they're in the 80,000s. You should go on the Tesla website and check the prices, because they've dropped their prices for the X and the S. But anyhow, so I told the guy dealership, I go, no. I never said I was an Uber driver. I just said driver. So then they come back and say, well, it's because of the Uber income. And I'm like, okay, well, the Plaid, you want the Plaid, you want the fast one. I guess they've just dropped the prices on the non-Plaid, maybe, I guess. But anyhow, so I'm like, well, okay. He said it was because of my income, and he said because of my rent. Because I listed my rent here as $1,588 a month. And then I said, well, but that does include, all utilities and internet and everything. So, but that didn't seem to matter. I mean, the bank pulled out of it. And there was nothing I could do. So I had to take it back. I had to take the car back. And the thing about it is that, remember how when I first drove it home, I kind of feel bad because I kind of, I don't know, I kind of feel bad because I kind of I said things about that car. Like I was saying, oh, this car's a dog. This car sucks. I'm talking about the Prius. And that was just because coming out of the Tesla is, so much better. But as I was driving it around and getting used to it, I actually liked the car. And before I knew that about the bank wanting to, not going to finance that loan, I was actually like, happy. I was actually happy with that car. And I'm thinking this is a good little car because it was actually a great little car. It drove around great through town. It drove great down to Southern California. And I was actually really happy with it. And I thought this will work. This will work out until I can get my finances in better order and maybe save up more money and have money for a bigger down payment and all that kind of stuff. And maybe I can get into a Tesla in a year or 2 years down the road. And I'm not looking for a trucking contract. Boy, this taco got crunched up. So, I was actually liking the Prius. And then that happened. Then I had to bring it back. So I was actually a little sad. It was, a little depressed maybe. So I went ahead and brought it back. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to need a car. So I went back to Uber, to the link to rent cars and to rent an EV. So I go to that. And then I find out, okay, there's a different Hertz office than the one I had been going to, which was way on the other side of town. This one is literally, I walked down to it. That's how close it is. It's just down the street here. I actually walked there. And I also found that my rate, the weekly rate that they charged, had gone down about $100. I found out that after you've been driving for a while and you have a good rating, I'm a 5.0 driver, Diamond Pro, all that shit. I have, lots of trips, thousands of trips, and everything else like that, with a good rating. So then they dropped the rate down for the rental about $100. So that is saving me. I mean, so now it's $400 less than what I was spending per month than I was spending before. So that's good. So I got this Tesla. It's $100 cheaper a week. And also the Tesla. Here's the thing about the Tesla. It's considered a luxury vehicle, and with Uber, you can get higher pay and higher rates, higher fares. You can get Uber Comfort and Uber Premium and Uber whatever. And what I found, here's what I found. When I was driving the Prius for like that week and a half or whatever it was, thank you, Julie, 5 stars. 5 stars. Because I just averaged whatever money I made. I just divide it by the number of hours that I'm on the app, and so that gives me sort of like a gross hourly wage, right? And with the Prius, I'm averaging anywhere between $30 and $35 an hour. I mean, with the Tesla. God, I keep mixing those up. With the Tesla, I'm averaging between $30 and $35 per hour that I make. In the Prius, it dropped way down to like between $20 and $22 an hour. So, and plus I had to buy gas for it. But the gas, it's a Prius, it's a hybrid. Probably, now I didn't really chart it out or, really look at it, but it's probably pretty close as far as buying gas for the Prius and buying electricity for the Tesla is probably on a weekly basis, probably still a little bit higher for the Prius, but not much. Because it's not like a non-hybrid where I would have to fill up probably every other day. With the Prius, I could go about 4 days, probably 4 days of driving, every day before I had to fill up. So, and at that time, the gas was actually kind of cheap. Right next door is an Arco. I was getting gas there. At the time, it was only about $4.29 a gallon. And then I've noticed just as I was taking the car back, the gas had shot up from $4.29 to $4.59, and now I'm seeing it in a lot of places. It's over $5. So it's funny how just in a couple of weeks, how things can change from $4.29 a gallon to now I think it's about $5 a gallon, and it's probably going to keep going up because, I don't know. Oil companies be doing what oil companies be doing. Price gouging USA. So anyhow, that's why I had to get back into a Tesla, because the bank deal fell through. I had to return that car, and so I went and got the Tesla, and so now it's $400 a month cheaper. So that's a good thing, and I really do love the Tesla. It's such a better car. And like I said, last week, or the weekend before last, actually, went down to my daughter's place. She just turned 24. Now this Saturday is my son's birthday, so I'm gonna have to go down there again and have a little birthday dinner and stuff. And he's turning 26. So that's what's going on with that. Now, the other thing I've been doing is I've been apartment hunting, and because I need to lower that expense, because with Uber, I guess I'll just let you guys know. Hey, Adam's here. I guess Andrea's here. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for dropping in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But I guess I'll just tell you. I guess I'll just tell you my income. With Uber, I've been making about $4,000 a month. That's gross. That's before taxes and stuff. But I mean, it's sort of like a net after expenses, but I still have to pay taxes on it. Let's just put it that way. About anywhere from 41, 42, 4,300 a month, and that's just me just driving like, 5-6 hours a day, sometimes 7 at the most. If I actually did it like a full-time job and I did 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day, I would make even more. I would make $5 or $6 grand a month probably. So maybe I'll do that. But the point I'm trying to make is that, when you add up the rental and of the car, which comes to about, now it's down to, it used to be almost $2,000 a month, and now it's about $1,500 a month, or a little over. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably about $1,600 a month now. So you get that plus your rent. So you're looking at, now I'm looking at about probably I don't know, between those two things, $3,200 a month. So it has gone down because it was about $3,800 or $3,900 a month, right? So now we're down to $3,200 a month. And out of $4,000, that only leaves you with like $800 or $1,000 for other bills and other, for food and all that kind of shit. And that's what the bank was looking at, too, probably, because they were saying they were concerned about my rent being so high. So I'm looking for a place for cheaper rent. And ideally, I'd like to find something that's under $1,000 a month. And to do that is really tricky because that's pretty cheap, and you get into really raunchy neighborhoods. Kind of, I mean, I understand I'm not going to be living in, Bel Air, Beverly Hills, but I don't want to live in, like a ghetto or something either. I don't want to live in, just trashy, gross places. So I've kind of narrowed it down to 2 or 3 places that I'm looking at. And now I just got to get the applications filled out. Every place you go to, they want, they charge a fee and all that stuff. So I haven't actually sent any applications in yet because I want to kind of be more sure about it. So yeah, I've been spending a lot of time, especially this week, looking for apartments. So I'm trying to get into a different apartment. So I'll keep you updated on that. And then I guess we'll end on this because I know Hal's going to be, I think, coming on at 4 o'clock. So I'll try to be off by 4. But here's an interesting Uber story. If anyone's interested in Uber stories, if I could only talk. So this happened the other day. Probably last week now, I guess. But I picked up a passenger, so I had a lady passenger. Oh, no show tonight. Oh. Okay, thanks, Andrea. Thanks for the update. Oh, that's right. He's traveling, isn't he? He's going to D.C. and all that stuff. So maybe I'll go along. Maybe I'll go a little longer. So here's the story. Continuing on. So I'm at a stoplight. I'm in the left turning lane because I'm gonna hang a left, but I'm at the stoplight. It's a red light, and we're ladies in the back. I'm driving, And I looked over to my left, and I see this person, kind of an elderly lady, and she was, oh, he's got a technical difficulty. And she had one of those walkers that has wheels on it, and it kind of has like a little chair on it, right? And she's pushing this walker. She's on the sidewalk, and then I guess she had the walk signal. She steps into the crosswalk, about 2 steps, and all of a sudden, I guess it was like really rough pavement, and I guess those wheels just stopped, and then she just fell forward, and she fell like face down right into the pavement. And I remember I was looking at it, and I just my immediate reaction was like, oh shit, you know. I just go, oh shit, you know. And the lady in the back goes, what? And I go, that person just fell down. And so we're both looking at her, and we're going, oh my God, you know. And she's kind of like just laying there, and I'm waiting for her to try to get up, but apparently she couldn't get up, you know. And so the light's still red, and the lady in the back's going, oh my God, but somebody should do something, or, you know, and I go, yeah, I know. And I'm looking around, you know, and I'm afraid that the car, because she was kind of in the street, and she could get run over or whatever, you know. So then I'm like, and I'm thinking like, okay, I've got a passenger, and she's got to get someplace. But I'm also thinking like, you know, this lady, she's got to get, you know, she can't just lay there. And there was like, nobody else was really around. There were no other pedestrians. This was at nighttime, like 9 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock at night, whatever. Probably, I don't know, 9 o'clock. So then the light turns green, and I'm like, I just started making a U-turn, you know, and I'm like, hey, and before I could even finish the sentence, the lady in the back was like, yeah, let's stop, you know. She was like fully on board with it. And she said, yeah, we got. I go, you don't mind, do you? And she's like, no, we gotta help her. And so I pulled around, and I stopped, and I put my 4-way flashers on, my emergency hazards on, just trying to, you know, if any cars come by, trying to make them go around us a little bit. And so anyway, we get out, and I'm pretty sure that the lady passenger that I had, I didn't ask her, but I don't think she was a nurse per se, but I think she was some sort of in caregiving industry, because she seemed to know what she was doing. She was some sort of caregiver, maybe with elderly people or with disabled people or something. And so anyway, we go up to the lady, and we're checking out, and she's still laying down, kind of like face down, and then and so my passenger actually kind of took charge, and she was like getting down there, and she's like, are you okay? And the lady could speak, but she was very, very low in her tone, like very, you could almost barely hear her, but she's like no, I think she said no, you know. And then she's like, what's wrong? And then she's like, my knee, I hurt my knee. And then she's like, you hurt your knee? Yeah. And then so yeah, long story short, I could go on forever, I guess. We were able to turn her over and get her to sit up on her butt, but we wanted to get her out of the street. I'm like, we gotta get out of the street, you know, and get up. I want to get her on the sidewalk. So the lady, my passenger, she says, okay, in my line of work, what we do, so she does something, I don't know what she does, but what we do is you just hook your arm like up under her armpit, like one on each side. We'll just hook our arm under her armpit, and then you just reach around and grab the back of her pants, and then at the count of 3, we'll both just stand up and we'll lift her up. And so that's what she did. She's like 3, 2, 1. You know, we had her, kind of like hooked up on her armpits, grabbed the back of her pants, and we stood her. We popped her right up, and then we were able to get her on that little chair on her walker, the little seat. And then, but she was complaining about her knee. She couldn't walk. She hurt her knee, and she actually had like hospital wristbands. Like she had just gotten out of the hospital like the day before, And for some reason, she was out walking, and we determined, we asked her questions, that she had walked like 3 blocks, pretty big blocks, to get to the 7. She was trying to get to the 7-Eleven. She said she wanted to get something to drink. And the 7-Eleven was across the street, and that's where she was going when she fell. And so now, and that walker she had was not in very good shape either. Once we got her, and we were able to wheel her up onto the sidewalk, and we got her off the street. But I was like, I don't think you could make it even to get home once you get, even if you got the drink or whatever, and she was complaining about pain in her legs. She couldn't walk, or she hurt her knee really bad. And so I said, I think we need to call an ambulance. And so the lady's like, yeah. So the lady called her, because my phone was still in the car. She had her phone. She called 911. Anyhow, we ended up calling an ambulance. And then when we were doing that, another driver had stopped to help. And so after we called the ambulance, then and we talked to that guy. He said he would stay with her. So then I went ahead and I took the lady home. And her name was Vernice. I remember her name still. So I hope that's not some sort of doxing or whatever, because Vernice was awesome. She was the passenger. She was the person who really kind of took charge, I guess. Because I didn't know how to pick. I wanted to pick her up, the lady, the person that fell. But she's the one that said, yeah, do the armpit thing, and grab by the back of the pants, and that really helped a lot, because I was trying to think, like, how do I pick up a person? And are you supposed to move a person? What if they, sometimes they say don't move anybody. But anyhow, so she really did that, and she came through, and she called 911, and she did all of that. So my hat's off to Vernice. She did a great job. And so I took her home, and then I went ahead and went back to where the lady was, because I wanted to see if the ambulance had come yet. And the ambulance hadn't arrived yet. So I went ahead and stopped, and then I stood with the other guy. I didn't get his name. I forgot his. I don't think I forgot his name. So we both waited, and I had water. I always have waters in the car, so I brought some water out to June. June was the lady's name, the lady who got hurt, and I gave her some water. Now here's the thing that she said. I go, here, do you want some water? Are you thirsty? And she's like, yeah, So I give her the water, and then she goes, is there any vodka in this? And I'm like, no, June, there's no vodka. So then all of a sudden, on my slow brain, when she said she was going to 7-Eleven to get something to drink, I was just thinking she wanted to get a soda, right? She probably wanted to go get some booze, basically. Yeah, I guess, but Wes. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. The thing is, she fell hard. Then the ambulance did finally come, and so the EMTs came out, and then I told them that, yeah, I was the one that saw her. I saw her fall and everything. So then they were asking me questions first before they asked her any questions, because they wanted to determine if she hit her head and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, look, she was pushing the walker in the crosswalk, and then all of a sudden, she hit a rut or something, and she just fell forward, and she kind of did like a face plant. She just landed face down into the ground. And then she couldn't get up by herself. We had to help her up. And all she's complained about to me was like her knee, that she really hurt her knee bad. But I do know she landed like face down, but I didn't see any cuts or abrasions on her face, but or anything like that. But she did land pretty hard, and she couldn't get up without our help. So he's like, okay. So he took that information, and then he went over to June and started asking her a bunch of questions, and then they started doing, blood pressure or whatever, they do, and just checking her out, kind of rudimentary. And then they ended up deciding to take her to a hospital. Like, do you want to go to a hospital? And she said, yeah. So they ended up putting her on the stretcher and loading her up into the ambulance and took off. So, so that was an Uber experience. That was kind of a new one on me. And I just want to give a shout out to Bernice, I guess, and to the other guy who I don't have his name. I don't know his name, but to the other Good Samaritan that stopped and he stayed there and made sure that she didn't fall off the curb or fall off her walker or whatever. So there. It kind of gives you a little. I don't know. It kind of makes you feel good that there are people, that will stop and help. Like that guy, he stopped, and my passenger, she, even though she had to get home and she was or to where she was going, and then from there she was going to go. She had a plane to catch. She still didn't have a problem with stopping to help a person, because she's like, I'll make my plane. Don't worry about the plane, And so that was really kind of nice to see, I'm just trying to get this iPad and see if I can get it into a position where it'll actually get a signal. The phone seems to be working okay, so hopefully you guys, we're not getting any buffering, but the iPad's not working. And the iPad's usually what I use to see the chat, because I can usually see the chat better. But, okay, so that was my Uber story of the week. Uber story of the week. Boom. Thank you very much. Other than that, nothing really special. It's maybe a slow time of season. I know things are kind of slowing down now that we're in fall. I think today's the first day of fall, so happy fall to everybody. And Adam says, thank you, good story, glad you were able to help. Wes says, my friend Dorothy took me to get my retinas done. I bought her lunch and gave her an old laptop. That's nice of you. So it's first day of fall. So thanks for being here on fall. Thank you, fall, for being here. Julie said that was quite a story, so glad you guys could help her. And then last night, come to think of it, I was taking a passenger out, kind of close to the same area, but a little further west. And I saw that, I don't know, I just was driving by, and I saw someone like kind of laying on the ground, and I couldn't tell. There was some sort of machinery, and I did see that someone had stopped, and there were other people, because otherwise I probably would have stopped again. But I'm just kind of driving by and going, what the hell's going on there? And some guy was like laying on his side, and like I said, there was some kind of machinery or something. It was night, it was dark, and I couldn't really. I thought maybe it was a motorcycle. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking maybe a guy went around the corner too fast, and sometimes you can slide that back wheel out and whatever. So anyhow, I went up, dropped off a passenger at this place, picked up another passenger, and was coming back down the same street. And at that same spot, I just saw this guy. It was the guy who was laying on his side. He was on one of those like hover rounds, I guess call them hover rounds or whatever, those or whatever, those little rideable scooter things. And apparently he had tipped over, and I guess those people that had stopped, they helped him get upright and helped him get going again. So hey, Aaron West, there you are. Hey, I'm on. Hey, I'm on, Aaron. I wasn't on the other day, but so where's Adam going? Is Adam checking out? See, I'm not really seeing all the chats here. on here. That's why I'm trying to get this damn thing to work, and it's not cooperating. So, thanks for being here, Adam. I didn't see all your chats, so I'm not sure. Are you guys going back to lurking? Oh, Adam's back. So thanks for being here, everybody. So yeah, so that guy was okay, apparently. Just for some reason, he had tipped over on his little hover round thing. But there were some people that helped him get up and get going. It must have taken him a long time though, because by the time I drop off, I had this one passenger to her house. That probably took 5 minutes, and then go back, pick up this other guy, pick him up, and by the time I got there, it might have been close to 10 minutes. I guess 10 minutes isn't that long. Well, it says, I don't want her to think of me romantically either. Oh, see, I'm missing all your chats, so I'm coming in halfway through a conversation. I'm trying to get this damn iPad to work. For some reason, it says back online. I don't know why. It's just... It's just being a real dick. My internet's being a real dick. Or my iPad, I guess. I don't know. Will it work over here? Maybe. I don't know. See, that's another thing. I need to get out of this apartment and get to a place that has good internet. Because this sucks. This sucks so bad. Let's see here. I don't know why. Like, one thing will work, but like the phone seems to be working. Adam says, yeah, the only good thing about here is the internet. You got good internet there? You talking about Hawaii in general, or just like the neighborhood you're in? Or the house you're in? Because my internet is not working good. I don't know why. Okay, so anyhow, I wanted to look at the chats. Wes says my internet is good when it works. Went out twice today. So it's not good when it doesn't work. Let's see if this will work. It's just doing this. Oh shit. Well, oh hi. Speaking of internet, it looks like we went out for a little bit there. Mid sentence, yeah. Wes says I have fiber in the front yard and not in the backyard, apparently. No offers for connection yet, but the fiber is laid. Okay. Adam says, right on cue, yeah, Jackie. Adam says, dang it. If I was rich, I would send every streamer a QoS provider to keep their internet up, damn it. I'm back. And I'm back. I'm back. My iPad's not, though. My iPad, I guess I'm just going to give up on the iPad. I don't know why it's not. Usually the iPad will work. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I like using the iPad because I can read the chats better. Adam says a little box that provides emergency internet all the time. Or emergency internet? Oh. What about if it's not an emergency? Does it provide just regular? I guess that would just be regular internet. Huh? But anyhow, so I don't know. I guess I won't. Let me see if anything else is coming in. Let's see if X comes in. I know you guys love X. Don't you? Adam says, yeah, that too. So, maybe it's just a YouTube thing because I'm seeing X. Of course, here's something from 2 days ago. So I don't know how current I'm at. It says, police smash car windows to save man trapped in flood. That's nice of them. I'd like to see the police do good things. Yeah, the internet's not working too good on X either. Elon Musk says, long form posts on this platform are now at 3 billion views per day and rising. Oh, big whoop-de-doo. Joey says, you should meet up with John. Okay, what did I miss here? Adam says, Tucker on X comes out of the closet laughing out loud. Aaron says October 2nd through the 5th. Oh, okay. I'm reading these backwards. Backward. That's when Jolie says when you're going to Vegas. October 2nd to the 5th. That's during my birthday. My birthday's on the 3rd. Wes says, supposed to be getting 5G on my street very soon. If the reception is good enough, I might switch to that. I have 5G, but I don't know. Wes is promoting naked ladies on your channel. Wes, are you like an hour behind? Adam says, Tucker on X is the name of his show, so I wonder what would happen if he took X on his actual show. Yeah, I wonder what would happen. What would happen? I wonder. I'm wondering. I'm just sitting here wondering. Wes says, got 5G modem. It's supposed to be the best. It's supposed to be. Where I'm at sucks because nothing's coming in. Adam says ecstasy. Oh, ecstasy. We're not supposed to talk about ecstasy. No. Wes says, Aaron says, think of it. Wes says, my phone is 5G, but 5G only works on the major roads. And Adam says, supposed. I suppose. And you supposed. Adam says, well, there's none of that. It's all pain. I'll have none of that. I'll have you know. I'll have none of that. I don't know, sometimes I just feel like talking with an English accent. Even though it makes no sense whatsoever. None whatsoever. It's almost like a non sequitur. In a way, in its own silly way. It's almost as though it comes from nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, it looks like I've got YouTube on my iPad now. So I can actually see the chats and not have to like scroll backwards. So, Adam says, me too, makes me feel cultured and strange all at the same time. Adam says, I have a silly walk to complete. Okay, but only if you do it silly. So you have to go out and walk silly. Even if the neighbors are watching, you still got to, now you got to do it. You just got to do it. Got to do it. Jolie's laughing, I guess. Adam says, nothing like the amount of action on this island. What kind of action are you talking about? You're talking about the kind of action I think you're talking about? So then don't walk too silly, because I don't know. I don't know what'll happen. Peter says, run silly like Phoebe on Friends. Oh, yeah. That'd be funny. Adam says, not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Not at this juncture. Adam says, yes. Adam says, yeah, I'll probably head out for a silly walk. Adam says, no, I'll make it super silly. Well, there you go. The sillier the better, I always say. Actually, I've never said that before, but you know what I mean. Just be silly. Just be a big silly. Do your walk. Adam says, super silly to us. It'll be our little secret. You know? Just be our little secret. No one else has to know that you're walking silly. Only we will know that you're walking silly. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. But okay. But all right. So I guess Hal did I guess he was going to go on. But I guess the internet at his hotel was blowing chunks, as we like to say in the business. And so all the people that was going to watch Hal, you should be watching me. That's right, I said it. I said it. Oh, I've said it, I've done and said it. Adam says, what the fuck? Let's see here. It says, Adam, they won't, right, they won't figure it out. Camouflage silly. I don't know what the fuck part is about, but whatever. Whatever. Oh. Whatever. Did you guys hear about my Dodgers? We're the what do you call it? Western Division champions. Yes, sirree. Bobbity beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so I'm looking at X, and here's what Robert Reich says. Here's an interesting post. This was from 2 hours ago. Robert Reich says, remember that before 1982, stock buybacks were considered stock manipulation. Reagan's SEC opened the floodgates to their abuse. Stock buybacks don't create more jobs, they don't increase wages, and they don't grow the economy. They do one thing: they make corporate executives richer. That's right. Instead of putting their money back into the company in research and development, instead of putting the money back into maybe raising wages, maybe improving benefits for their employees, maybe making a safer and healthier workplace. No, it goes into their pockets. So just remember that. Just remember that, people. 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 Only people are the luckiest people in the world. Ooh, it's like it was an earthquake. Oh, I see Andrea's post on X, and it has a funny little picture, a caricature of Hal, looking a bit like Ficus, I guess. And it says, "We are experiencing technical difficulties." That was 40 minutes ago, so I'm 40 minutes behind the time there, Andrea. I'll go ahead and repost that one and get the message out. Just doing my part to help get the message out. Sheldon Whitehouse, who is a senator, U.S. senator, says, "My support for Ukraine's victory is unwavering. Always a pleasure to see you, President Zelensky." And there they are, shaking hands. Just want to say, Slava Ukraini. I support Ukraine and their efforts to just defend their land from invaders, from the Russian invasion. Is that such a terrible thing to do? So Adam says it's great news about Dodgers and trickle down Euronomics. And Aaron says, I told Andrea you're on. Maybe she'll join the chat. I think she was here earlier. Adam says, whoops. She was here a minute ago. Aaron West here. Oh, I missed her. Slavic Craney. And then, I don't know that one. I don't know that word. Jill Yum Slava. I don't know what that means. Sorry. But I do the Slava Ukraini. The Slava Ukraini. I'm just going through my X feed here, just to get some ideas. Oh yeah, that's the thing there. Just see what's going on here. Sherrod Brown is asking, we need to know, do you support reproductive rights? Do you support reproductive rights? I know I do. Hey, let's see here. Wes is just figuring that out, are they? Hegemony, it means glory to the heroes. Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks for that. The character is something between G and H. Super silly. Hedge enemy. What says peons, limbs that got chat get. What? English, please, English? Just kidding. I did my first lesson on Babbel because I'm a Diamond Pro driver. I get free things. I got free Babbel. So I was doing that the other night. I did my first. I chose Spanish, since there's so much Spanish language going on in the United States. I did my first Babbel 30-minute lesson, and I got 93% right. So there. Last night I picked up a guy who I guess his first language was Spanish. And so he just said, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I just go, "No, habla español, sorry." He goes, "Okay, that's okay." But then I'm thinking, I do know a little bit. I'm thinking, I think "Cómo estás" means like, how's it going, right? So then I just go, "¿Cómo estás?" And then he's like, bien, whatever. And I go, "Oh, good." And then I go, "That's about all I know." I think he understood me because he kind of laughed. And I do this a lot. Like if I have Spanish speaking people and they don't speak much English, like when I drop them off, I'll say, if it's nighttime or something, I'll go like, "Buenas noches," and then they seem to get a kick out of that. They're like, "Oh, buenas noches," I think they're happy that I at least made some sort of effort. I made an effort. So that's about all I know is like the basics, like buenas noches or buenos dias or gracias and de nada, that kind of shit. That's about it. So I'm just backing it because I don't have it on here anymore. Nice. They call. Oh, hey, they call me Rose. Was it here? Thank you for being here. And now Adam's speaking in that might. Oh, I guess that's Spanish. Aaron says, "Hi, Jackie." And Wes says, "It is impossible to raise people, but people out of their depression, they have to do it themselves." Jackie says, "Hedge enemy high." And says, "Yo got a Taco Bell, yeah." Jackie says, "Sorry, I was washing dishes." Well, don't be sorry for that because nothing's worse. Well, there are lots of things worse, I guess, but than walking into someone's house or your own house and you see a sink full of dirty dishes. As I'm looking over there, I just noticed I have a little bag of trash that I set in the sink, and I was going to take it with me when I walked outside, and I forgot. Anyhow. Adam says, "Por favor," yeah, I know I say that. Lávese los manos antes de trabajar. So please take me to work. I don't know. Julie says, "Hey, they call me Rose," and then Adam says, "Yep." Yep. What? I'm not sure what we're yepping about. Because sometimes I say something and then I read the chat like 5 minutes later, and so Adam says, "Jolie, les roses contra Jolie." Okay. Roses for Jolie. I don't know. So I'm doing that. I'm learning Spanish. Apparently, it's the Air Force's birthday. Happy birthday, Air Force! So Adam says something about. Let me scroll here. Oh, that was Wes. Wes, I think it was. The girl is dying but doesn't want to kill a baby that will die just out of the womb. There is a certain amount of mental health involved. Talk about your non sequiturs, Wes. I mean, well, I guess I was talking. Oh yeah, I guess earlier I did say something about if you're for reproductive choice or whatever. So I apologize. That was not a non sequitur. We're just not really in the same moment. Rose Blake says, hello, cool people. Hello, Rose Blake. Glad to see you here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Adam says, ass farce. Jackie says, hi, Rose Blake. Ass farce. Now, why do you want to say that, Wes? I am all in favor of the Air Force and all of our military branches. From The Guardian, 2 days ago, we're only 2 days behind on the news. BBC to investigate Russell Brand used its taxis to collect 16-year-old girlfriend. They're investigating if Russell Brand used its taxis. What, the BBC's taxis? Oh, because the BBC... Oh, yeah, BBC, that... I guess... they broadcast some of his stuff to collect 16-year-old girlfriends. So Russell Brand has a 16-year-old girlfriend? Oh my God. Isn't Russell Brand well into his 40s? That's pretty disgusting, isn't it? That's a bit disgusting, I would say. Adam says, Jackie, love totally joking about Donald. Yeah, I'm not. I'm behind in the chat. Easy. My kid is in the Air Force. Yeah, Wes. Adam. Wes says we love our roses. Adam says no. The Air Force is awesome. I was joking about Donald calling it ass fart. Oh yeah. And I don't have those sound bites that Hal has. Adam says Jackie totally joking about Donald. That's cool, Wes. Adam. What do I call it? I guess because Westish and Wes, I get them. Anyhow, Rose says, and then Rose Blake, Hart, and Wes says, baby wasn't able to live outside of the mother, but not heartbeats, making the mother toxic in her deep. Jackie says, Adam's Space Force. Yeah, that sucks. Christianity, West of Christianity, she refused to kill the baby. Who we talking? I probably missed one of your posts. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Wes. Jackie says Adam Hart, and then I guess there's more. There's more. Oh yeah, and then Rose says at Adam Westish. Hello everyone. Hello, Governor. Was said, I just had a baby. Oh, congratulations. Wes, congratulations. You just had a baby. Wes, or Adam Westish says, hi, Rose Blake. Welcome back, Wes. Now, I remember that story. The poor mom was forced to go toxic instead of being able to have it aborted due to laws in Texas. I think, and that's in Texas. Good old Texas. Right near, they're right up there with Florida, as I like to call it. Adam says, don't let the dingo near your baby. No. Wes says, some Christians think it is the punishment you get. the punishment you get. And to those some Christians, I would say, you're fucking you're morons. That's what I would say. I'd just say, you guys are fucking morons. That's right. That's what I would say. That's all I got to say about that. Rose Black says, sometimes Wes confuses me. Jackie says, exactly, Texas. I'll be doing the remainder of this live stream as Forrest Gump. Probably not. Wes says, Adam says, at West, there are some Buddhists who say, well, it's your karma, which is equally as bad to say, if you ask me. Well, that's your karma. You're just getting what you deserve. Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance, the host of Elizabeth Taylor Ball to end AIDS. Alrighty then. Well, alrighty then. Well, alrighty then. Navigating fertility. Okay. Rock the vote. Rock the vote, baby. You do want to rock the vote, baby. So if you're pretty sure you're already registered, this is from Rock the Vote. It doesn't hurt to check. Make sure you can vote in November by ensuring you're registered today. And you go to Rock the Vote. There's a hashtag Rock the Vote. They just have hashtags. Rock the Vote. I'm not sure what the ULR is, as they like to say, the ULR. But I guess if you go to hashtag Rock the Vote, you'll find the links you need, and you can check it out. You can check it all out right there. Just check it out. Rock the vote. Make sure you vote. Because I vote. And so should you. I've been voting every year since the first presidential election was the 1980 election. So there. This just in from 2 days ago. Mark Wahlberg is opening up about his future in Hollywood, saying he doesn't know how much longer he can stand in front of the cameras. That's just another way, I guess, to say no one will hire me anymore. Adam Wilson says that West, yeah, my family too. Only once in life, Dad said, I'm sorry about what. I have to read that fast because on the phone the chat disappears. In case you're wondering, it's not like I'm trying to be dismissive or whatever. It literally disappears on the thing. So that's what that's all about. In case anyone was wondering. Like Aaron says, literally Stan Lebanon. Mark Roseblake says, Adam Bush says, that may be my problem. Here's 56th birthday to some baseball player. I don't know. I don't even know who it is. Here's a picture. Okay, Dave Roberts, manager of my Los Angeles Dodgers. Yes, they are mine. Talking about his pitching rotation. Okay. This is from 2 days ago. I'm still 2 days behind on my X, formerly known as Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I'm sorry. Sorry, Elon. U.S. House of Representatives delay initial vote on short-term funding bill. Stop playing your games. Do your job and fucking finance, or fund things that need to be funded. Keep the government going. You stupid-ass jackasses. Stupid-ass Republican jackasses. Let me be very clear about that. It's the Republicans. And it does make a difference, and the parties are different. They may have some similarities here and there, but they are very different. One is the Democratic Party. They are about governing and trying to run a country. And the Republicans are all about destroying government and trying to just create chaos because, as my good old buddy Randy Rhoads always likes to say, in chaos, you can steal. And that's all the Republicans are about. Stealing our money. And that's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. That's my Forrest Gump. In case you were wondering. What's this weird voice? Adam West says that he loves Randy Rhoads. I had her first. I loved her first. Bill Deacon, howdy. Tucker John, howdy. Everyone, hey, Bill Deacon, haven't seen you in a while. Glad, and I haven't been on for a while. So I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you're back. Glad we're all back. We're all back. Let's see. Adam West said Donald Gump. Donald Gump. Yeah, that's a good one. Jackie says, hi, Bill. So, hi, Bill. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And subscribe, like, share. I like it when people share. I do. I really do like it when people share, especially if they share the Trucker John live stream. Here's from one day ago. It was about they rescued a 63-year-old hiker, and I will be turning 63 next, in October. Just so you know. And that's the thing, going back to the story earlier about the lady who fell down, the elderly lady. I guess my writer, Vernice, was asking her questions, she asked her her age, and she said 62. And my first thought inside my head was, oh my God, I'm 62. And I'm thinking, like, is this what I look like? Like, because she was using a walker and she was falling down. But as we kind of established, she probably had a bit of a drinking problem. Even though she didn't smell like booze on her. That's why I didn't, when she said she was going to 7-Eleven to get something to drink, I didn't automatically go to booze because I didn't detect any smell of alcohol. I didn't really detect any type of drunkenness or anything like that. Anyhow, but I'm like, oh my God. Joey says, I'll be turning 53 in October. Hey, we both have Octobers. We're both Libras, I believe. Rose says, does anyone remember the song My Girl Bill by Jim? I do remember that song. It was a funny one, right? Adam says, a lot of people who have pain and physical issues drink as a painkiller. Don't ask me how I know. All right. I won't ask you. Wes says, Funky Bunch. I wanted to be in the Funky Bunch. Are we back? I think you're a little bit behind on the chat. Adam says, Jolie was, wow, awesome. You're exact same age as my buddy, I think. And Aaron says, I love Libras, because we're all Libras. I know. I think Hal Sparks is Libra, I believe. Let's see. So Bill Deacon says, I guess that's the hug thing for Jolie. And Bill says, hey, Adam West says. Rose Blake says Wes, laughing. And Joy says Libra, and it's like, and one of those. And then Hedginity says alcohol is the cause of and solution of all our problems. That's pretty funny. Bill says, hi Wes. And Wes says, God bless autumn. All hail, welcome, happy fall. I think Wes is like a half an hour behind in the video. Adam Wester says, I think Hal is turning 54. Yes, I believe 54. Let me tell you a little something about Hal and his neck. This is when you really are in your 50s. Like when you turn 50, okay, I guess I just only speak for myself, but I think this is probably maybe a common thing. it's like, okay, we all have these kind of milestones. Like every time we turn 20 or 21 would be a more thing. And then 30 and then 40 and then 50 and then 60, whatever. So when you go from 49 to 50, it's like, oh, I'm 50 now. I'm in my 50s. And you go around and you start thinking like, hey, I'm doing pretty good for 50. 50 is not bad. What's so bad about 50? Well, it's because you're still kind of in your 40s, you know? I mean, you just barely got it in your 50s. I didn't really start feeling any like kind of like physical changes like of aging or you know, until I got 52 and a half. It was almost like 52 and a half, you know. And then things started happening or whatever, and I just wasn't feeling as well. And I'm going, oh, this is the 50s. Now I'm in my 50s. You know, it's like it took 2.5 years for me to actually kind of feel the 50s. And I think that maybe for Hal, because he's in good shape and he keeps himself in shape, maybe he's a little bit longer now. So now he's 53, almost 54, and he's, you know, finding out maybe he can't do the workouts that he used to do as intensely, or he's going to have to, you know, kind of watch himself a little bit. I think he's turning 54, and he's going to be really kind of, you know, you're really into your 50s, you know. And he's going to notice some changes more so than when he was 51 and 52 or whatever, you know. So anyhow, that's the thing. That's all I got to say about that. Wes says, this old man is 66. And then Rose Briggs says, exactly, John. See, Rose agrees with me. And Wes, you're not old. You're just 66, which is my favorite number. It's my favorite 2-digit number. Did you know that? 66 is my favorite 2-digit number. I don't really have favorite 3-digit numbers and 4-digit numbers, but I do have a favorite 1-digit number, and I have a favorite 2-digit number. My favorite 1-digit number is 3. My favorite 2-digit number is 66. Just throwing that out there. Adam Wilson says, yeah, no more of, oh, that wave looks big but rideable, and then wiping out when you're 49. Your back may never recover. Yeah. Wes says, sometimes if you're not checking, you don't notice. And Rose Blake says, Route 66. Got my kicks on Route 66. Adam Wester says, nice, Wes. You sound younger than that. Aaron West. I got all these West. I got West, I got Adam Westish, and I got Aaron West. It's confusing the hell out of me. I'm not confused. I'm 44, I think. You think? Bill Dickens says, I just hit 50 in July, and oh boy, the things that are happening already. Well, wait till you're 52 and a half. Adam Bush is not 69. Wes is laughing at Adam for that. And Wes says, I'm sexy for my age, laughing out loud. I'm too sexy for my age. Too sexy for my age. No. That was pretty bad. They're making a play on Stranger Things. Come on. Do we need a play about Stranger Things? I don't think we do. I really don't think that we need to have a play. Just watch the show. Just watch the series, for God's sakes. It's a money grab. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It's just a fucking money grab. And what's this bad Bill Deacon? I was falling apart 15 years ago. You can do it. You probably didn't destroy yourself the way some of us did. Bill Deacon says, how strange. Yeah. I'm just going through the feed here. I'm trying to catch up. I'm still a couple days behind, looks like. Three Democratic outside groups are launching TV and digital ads across 8 House districts on the looming shutdown. Just remember, if the government gets shut down, it's all the Republicans' fault. because they're dickwads. Howard Stern says, if woke means I can't get behind Trump or that I support people who want to be transgender or I'm for the vaccine, dude, call me woke as you fucking want. That's a quote from Howard Stern. Apparently he's woke. And he's damn proud of it. I'm woke. I think is a good thing to be woke. Because the way I see woke, all woke means is you're just aware of things. You're knowledgeable of things. You're willing to learn what's going on. You just want to know what's going on. You know? That's all. That's all it is as far as I'm concerned. Too sexy for my age. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm not really too sexy. Okay, I'm scrolling, yeah. In case I haven't said this lately, Tommy Tuberville is a traitor. That's right, I said it right here. On the Trucker Drawn live stream. I don't know why I'm snapping my fingers. You know, it's just a jazzy kind of thing. I'm just jazzing it out, man. Yeah, man. Tommy Tuberville, he's a traitor. Tommy Tuberville? Yeah, man, he's making our country not very safe. You know why? Because Tommy Tuberville is a dumbass. So people, please, stop electing dumbasses to office. Like Donald Trump. Or Tommy Tuberville. Or Ron DeSantis. Or Rick Scott, for that matter. Or, you know, anybody with an R next to their name, probably, basically. So, Chuck Schumer had to file cloture on a vote for 3 critical posts later today. If the GOP rejects or objects, Schumer says the Senate will continue with the vote on Friday and Saturday. Because you got to get it done. We can't have our major branches, our branches of military not having leadership, for God's sakes. Offer some supposed thing about, you know, reproductive choices or abortions or whatever, you know, stay out of my vagina. Stay out of my uterus. God damn it. That's all I got to say about that. Yep, that's right, Bill Deacon. You're right. It's because of tuber dick. That is 100% correct. Just scrolling. I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Scrolling through the X feed. I think I think Elon Musk should change it back to Twitter. That's just what I think. You know? Just one man's opinion. That's all that is. not everything needs to be changed. Sick buildings existing on Wilmot. Bears Defense coordinator supposedly at his house raided by the FBI. As well as Hallis Hall. So there's that, if true. What did I miss in the chat about FBI raids? I was never asleep. Huh. So I don't know what's going on here with, what was that one gal that testified at the January 6th hearing? I'm seeing her face is popping up on the feed here. I guess I should have stopped on it and read it. Here's a post from We the People. It says, Schumer has had enough of Tuberville shit. And so have I. And you would think, so would his constituents. But they just keep voting in dumbasses like that. What is wrong with people? What is the wrong with the people? What is the wrong with them? I don't get it. I don't get the stupidity. That's pretty funny. There's a picture of this guy flipping off the camera, like behind Ron DeSantis. That was kind of funny. That was a bit on the funny side. Kari Lake running for Senate in Arizona. Oh my God. God help us all. Please. Please, no. If anyone ever said, we need to get rid of Kyrsten Sinema, it couldn't get any worse than that. Well, I give you Kari Lake. Okay? Kari Lake is worse than Kyrsten Sinema. What I miss here? Stephanie B2 says, "Oh, I just noticed that you're on." Thank you so much, Stephanie B2, for being here. Stephanie B2 for being here. See what I did there? Thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Adam West says, "I always wondered if there was a different category from gay that I or something. I feel so clueless." Well, apparently there's all kinds of categories. I'm, trying to catch up on like non-binary and pansexual, and I can't keep up with them all. But there's all kinds. It's not just gay, straight, and bi anymore, which is what I guess we grew up knowing, or I grew up knowing was basically you were either gay or you were straight or you were bi. That was it. But apparently there's like this whole spectrum from things. Oh, I got a notice from Rosetta Stone. Oh, I guess it's Rosetta Stone. I was saying Babel. It was Rosetta Stone I got. They want me to do another lesson because I did so well on my first one. Rosebig says, "I'm confused again." And Bill Deegan says, "Kari Lake needs to take a long walk on a short pier." Adam West says, "I need my lake scary lake sign for my pond." West doesn't have one. A category, I guess. And then Aaron West says she's pansexual. Or I should say Aaron West says they're pansexual. Adam West says LGBTQ and then a bunch of letters. Adam West retracted something. 72 says, "My dear Jolie, I harvested all of it finally." Oh, that's right. You had a bunch of things you were growing. And what it says, can I be baking sheet or frying pansexual? Now we're getting silly. We're just getting silly again. Here's something from Nevada Current saying that if you don't have insurance or insurance won't cover these vaccines. You can get free. You can get a free vaccine at pharmacies participating in the Bridge Access Program. So that's good. That's a good thing. Now we're getting into more Nevada local stuff here. My senator, Cortez Masto, was talking about women traveling over state lines to get abortions, and she's all for it. I mean, they shouldn't have to fear some sort of prosecution or something. This is not The Handmaid's Tale, goddammit. Not yet. Not under my watch. Or whatever. What says, an apple is a rose. Okay. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Well, alrighty. Don't know if I'm ever going to catch up on this stream here, this feed. I may not. I kind of go back and forth, I think, between English and Australian. Unknowingly. Wes says, God bless Carrie and give her peace. Okay. Adam Washington says, Bill Deacon sounds effective. Oh, this is funny. Wait, let's listen to this. Should we listen to Pete Buttigieg having to explain to some knucklehead
happen quickly enough to
that
nobody wants those. Nobody wants these electric vehicles unless you're
the season changing is not the same as climate change.
Don't want them, so keep going.
Can you guys hear this?
Is it over CO2?
Yeah, we're doing it for 3 reasons. Even though the EV revolution is going to happen anyway.
It's a revolution caused.
I would love to be able to answer your question about it.
Yeah, okay.
Even though we think that transition is happening in the automotive sector no matter what, there are 3 things that we think are not guaranteed. Will it happen quickly enough to materially help with climate change? Will it happen on equitable terms that are available to people who aren't wealthy and might not be able?
Short on time.
If I could just please finish my answer.
Let's drill on the climate
just
change.
finish
On the third.
Will it be made on American
It's about
soil or not?
CO2, isn't it?
How's
What
that?
what percent of the atmosphere is CO2 that we're chasing here?
I'm sorry?
What percent of the atmosphere is CO2 that we're chasing here? Because we talked about climate change.
I don't know the percentage of atmospheric gases.
You don't know the
consistent
percent of
CO2.
atmosphere.
What I can tell you is that climate change is real. We got to do something about it.
Yeah, this one's
And
called
we've been-
autumn, sir. So
Sorry?
This one's called autumn right now. So yeah,
I'm sorry, I couldn't make out what you said, sir.
this climate change right now is called autumn. Yes.
Yeah, that's the seasons changing, which respectively is not the same thing as the climate changing.
Yeah, you dummy. I don't know if you guys heard that, but
Oh, this is funny.
The Republicans are going to do everything they can to keep the oil companies going, right? Rosebig says everyone's talking a code. Wes says I could pick them up, but what would I do with them? Henry says, why are they such scumbags always? Because they're only in it for themselves. You know, it's all about the money. It's all about money. It's all for a little bit of money. All just for a little bit of money. And by a little bit of money, I mean a lot of money. Here's someone, Alex Cole. I don't know who Alex Cole is, but he's on my feed here, and it says Republicans care more about a fucking dress code than kids being shot up in schools, and I say hear, hear. I'm going to give that a repost. Certainly seems to be the case, doesn't it? Certainly seems to be the case. Alrighty. Well, alrighty then. Julie says he's real hedger to me, a pain in the ass sometimes, but real. Who are we talking about now? Oh, hedge enemy blocked West. I'm not sure they're real. Oh, I see. And then she says he's real. A pain in the ass sometimes, but real. So to be two, yes, West is real. He's the real deal. All right, so there's talking about DeSantis. He's dropping in the polls. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, right? Here's some more stuff. DeSantis is in trouble. Now we're getting pretty close to caught up here. So I guess the latest thing, everyone's talking about DeSantis is dropping in the polls. Florida, you could have done so much better. I mean, even, let's see, Wes says, I'm really, truly just telling my truth. And Adam says, Rose Blake, I second that. Rose Blake says, Wes is brilliant, but mostly I don't understand him. Wes says, old guys in the balcony. Oh, yeah, like on the Muppet Show? Is that what you're talking about? Those old guys? Are those the old guys you're talking about? I think we need to, because since I'm getting into the Medicare age, guys, we need to make sure that Medicare doesn't get cut. And I guess Joe Biden is proposing making the wealthy pay their fair share to shore up Medicare. So I'm totally for that, because in a couple more years, I'll be on Medicare. So we need that, just, if for nothing else, just for me, we need to keep Medicare going. So just think of Chuck and John when you think of that. Go Rams. I'm a Rams fan, in case you didn't know that. I'm not even going to read what I just read. Okay. Just saw something disgusting on the old YouTubers. On the old YouTube feed. All right, then. So I don't know if Hal is going to get his connectivity issues. Knowing Hal, he'll probably get something figured out by tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. That's when he usually has his 9 a.m. Pacific time. Now, he's back east now. He's 3 hours off. I don't know if he's going to... So, I guess he would do a noontime show there to make it 9 o'clock here. We'll see if he's going to get his situation all figured out there. Let me just look at some of the chat here. 70B2 says, I'm trying to stop procrastinating on getting back to working on my great-grandpa's dresser. I had a hip x-ray and pre-op appointment today. Adam West says, at West, this show was good. Why didn't you say something earlier? Well, because now it's over, so it's good. Wes exactly early autumn. Adam Westish says, Julie, I loved it when their balcony would get raided with things like Kermit drinking tea. And Rose Blake says, Disney money covers a lot of ground. Julie says, what are you having done, Sunny B2, if you don't mind me asking? Sunny B2 said, at Adam Westish, I remember it well. Adam Westish says, at Sunny B2, heart, I hope you have a speedy recovery. Hip surgery. Rose Blake says 12 Eastern time. Yeah, so I'm assuming he's going to do 12 Eastern time. And hopefully, I guess we just got to keep looking for Andrea to keep us updated, or looking at the various places that we go, and to see if he's not on, he's not on. 72 at Jolie, having my battery placed in my pacemaker. And Jolie says, Adam West is so funny. They always had the best jokes. 32, hip surgery is later. Adam West says, 32, you're the third person I know who recently did that. My one friend literally started slowing down. My other friend was getting weak. My other friend died because he didn't do it. Wow. Julie says, oh, that's right. When are you having it done? And then 72 says, Tuesday. Bill Deacon at Adam West says, yep, my favorite Muppets. And Adam West says, in MRK at 32. I don't know what NMRK means. I don't know. I don't know what it means. I'm not in the know. I'm still needing to get a haircut. It's been over a year since I had a haircut. Can you tell? Can you guys tell? Can you guys tell? It's been over a year since I had a haircut. I had it cut pretty short. That's why it's only this long. I'm due for a haircut. Adam Webster says, Waldorf, they aren't half bad. Statler, nope, they're all bad. Wes says, I'm on Medicare, but just started Social Security, gonna take some getting used to. Julie says, hugs, 70B2. Adam Webster says, Namayo, I'll chant for, okay, so that's some sort of chant. Adam Webster says, I attacked my own hair the other day. And 72 says, Adam Webster says, we're doing hearts and we're doing hugs and hearts and everything else. It's funny, I saw that there and just now popped up there. There's a delay between these two devices here. Joyce is damn happy. Yeah, I know. I need to get in there, get it cut. Wes says maybe he can arrange for a business booth. Ooh. Yeah. That could happen. Could happen. Never know. Could happen. It could happen. Crikey. No, I don't know. Why I said crikey, I have no idea. I have no idea. No earthly idea. All right, it's 5:15 p.m. That means I should probably put an end to this monstrosity that we know is the Trucker John live stream. And I should probably maybe get out and do some Ubering. This is whatever kind of place he is in. And it says, Wish, how about a trailer you can convert from bedroom to office in the morning? Well, I think he was talking about Hal being in D.C. at a hotel. They might have a little business booth. I don't know. But anyhow, guys, I guess we're going to go ahead and put it into this monstrosity known as the Trucker John live stream. Not sure if we're going to do a regular time schedule like I used to try to do Tuesday, Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Or it's just going to be whenever we can do it. We'll do it live. We're going to do it live, but we will be doing it live. Whenever we do it, it will be live. So make sure you just, check out those notifications or those things of this nature. If you see I'm on, get on in here and say hi to everybody. Don't be shy. None of that shy business. Just get in here and say hi to everybody. I'm just all over the map with these little voices. But I see today's Thursday. I'll be hopping in and out at various times throughout the week. Let's just put it that way. Whenever I can work it in. Whenever I'm awake and I'm not Ubering. And I'm not looking for an apartment. And I'm not going to one of my kids' birthday parties. Or things of this nature. How's that? How's that for commitment? All right, guys, so thanks for being here. Thanks to Adam, Westish, and Wes. And thank you, Jolie, for being my mod. Thank you, Stephanie B2 and Aaron West and Andrea popped by. And I think maybe Ken was listening. Our hearts go out to you, Ken, and our thoughts, our prayers, and our just positive energy going out to Ken Otto out there in Florida. And Rose Blake was here, Hedge Enemy, Bill Deacon stopped by, President Joe Biden was here for a little bit, and Howard Stern was here, and I think Elon Musk was even here. Hi, Elon. Everybody, thanks for being here. We will see you when we see you, and I will make an effort to be here more regularly because I enjoy this. I enjoy talking to you guys, and I enjoy the chat, and you guys are really great. And I just want to say thanks for being here. Thanks for those thumbs ups and the likes and the sharing and the support of just being here and saying hi and saying hey and saying ho. I don't know, but that's it. So we know the arm is coming up. That means I'm going to hit that little X right there. Again, thank you so much. I will see you in the chat rooms probably and some other places that we all hang out in. And I'll say, hey, everybody.